Hiya folks, thanks for having a little look at my video. Now, one of the walks which you do in the city centre is around the Castle Street area. And it looks at all the beautiful architecture, the buildings, the history of Castle Street. It really is interesting. But we always begin our walk for Castle Street here at the Victoria Monument. Now, we're always rushing about here and there, aren't we? Or you're on the bus or you're rushing to shop. But when you stop to look closely, it's amazing some of the intricacies that you can see on our buildings and also on our monuments. Now, where we are now at the Victoria Monument, this was of the Liverpool Castle. And there's a nice little plaque up here actually, which gives you an idea of what the castle actually looked like. Now, the castle was built in 1237 and it was completely and utterly self sufficient. It stood on an area of land which was just about surrounded by water. And in fact, across the road here, we have, as you can see, Castle Moat House. And this was the site of the moat house where the moat went across to the entrance of the castle. Now, the castle contained four towers. It has its own bakery. It has its own brew house. It has its own well. Completely self-sufficient sleeping quarters. And it really was quite a fortress in its day. At one time, it was under siege by Prince Rupert, and he was one of the royalists, and he besieged the castle with 10,000 of his men during the time of the English Civil War, and eventually they took over the castle itself. But it also had its own orchard, and where Lord Street is now, and just looking down Lord Street, this used to be the site of the orchard for the castle. Called Lord Street now because the orchard was owned by Lord Molyneux, who was also the Earl of Sefton. So interesting little features, but the work itself, folks, it's so intricate. It's a huge monument, and I'll just go around to the front here, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. But it really is an absolute amazing piece of work with loads of intricacies. And besides the main statue, of course, Queen Victoria, there are quite another number of interesting statues here. You always get a seagull sitting on someone's head, don't you? There's the seagull up there. But we'll just go round to the main feature, which is, of course, Queen Victoria. Now, when the castle was demolished in 1726, a church was built on the site. But the church only lasted 100 years, then another church was built on the site. This lasted for 70 years, and that was finally demolished. But eventually, when Queen Victoria passed away, it was decided that the city was going to honour our great Queen in the form of this magnificent and huge statue and memorial. Now, it was actually unveiled here by Queen Victoria's daughter, Princess Beatrice, and she was quite a good sculptor in her own right. But when she saw the statue, she stated to the onlooking crowds, "I'm sure that my mama never looked like that." So that was her reaction to the unveiling of the statue. But as I say, there's lots of other intricacies on the statue. There are four main ones which symbolise agriculture, commerce, trade, and industry, and is it education? Yeah. Now, these ones here, folks, these muscular gentlemen, these symbolise industry. Now, they wanted someone of muscular build, so these two characters here were actually from Liverpool, and these were actually wrestlers who were very popular in the city, and they wrestled regularly here in Liverpool. And because of their muscular physique, they were chosen as the characters to symbolise industry here on the monument. But it really is a lovely, lovely piece of work, folks. So if you're ever in town, come down, have a little look at it, and also have a little look down Castle Street. It really is a fantastic place to visit. Okay, thanks, folks.